Well, good morning. I'm Keith Reynolds, host of Morning Coffee, and I'm here with my lovely show host, Charlene Chamberlain.
Good morning.
Good morning, Char. So
All good this morning?
All good, all good.
The sun is shining, so
The
that's
sun
a
is
good
shining,
thing.
and I got up out of bed. So that's good. That's always a good thing.
Yeah, that's true. When you can get up, that's a great thing.
Absolutely. So what do we got going on today?
We have a wonderful guest this morning. It's Charles Freifelder, and he is from the Burlington Entertainers, and he just told me that they are celebrating their 110th performance, and I think that is pretty amazing for an entertainment organization to be continuing on at least 110 years through all the things that have happened in this country, and you are still performing. So let's talk a little bit about your company.
Yeah, we've been in business that long. It started originally in a Presbyterian church in Burlington. A group of men got together, and the objective was to build a hospital in Burlington.
Mm-hmm.
And since there was a hospital constructed in Mount Holly first, that effort stopped, and then they went on to giving to charity. And they gave to the first charity that they accumulated quite a bit of money at that time, and gave it to an organization called Friendly, which was a group of Quaker women, and they are strictly charity.
Mm-hmm.
And they still are. They're in existence now, and they've been in existence for over 220 years.
Wow.
And then from that, there were a number of things that they did. One was that they built a dental clinic in the Captain James Lawrence School in Burlington.
Okay.
And at that time, in those years, and this was in 1928, I believe, and in those years, the people had a lot of trouble with dental with their children.
Mm-hmm.
And the town of Burlington was a blue-collar town.
Yes.
And so that the people that they were helping out were people that could not afford to go to a dental clinic themselves. So they built the clinic and installed it in the Captain James Lawrence School, and it's still there.
Is it still operating?
Well, it's operating as a nurse's office now.
Okay, but it's still in existence.
You mean
Yeah.
the Lawrence School?
Yeah,
Okay.
Captain James Lawrence School.
Yeah.
That's pretty interesting.
And that's on St. Mary Street in Burlington.
Mm-hmm.
And from then they, well, for the last 65, I guess it is, years, it's very close, they've been donating all their money to the Borough Hospital,
Nice.
which is
Very nice.
which is a hospital for lung, and it started out as a tuberculosis clinic
Yes, it did.
years ago.
Mhm.
Because it was out in the woods,
Mm-hmm.
and it would allow people to recuperate,
Mhm.
and then later transitioned into heart and lung.
Right.
And
So is that the main charity that your performances support?
yeah, that's the one that we have singled on for the last 60 plus years.
Wow, 60 plus years. Do you know how much money your organization has actually raised for Deborah?
Yeah, it's over $200,000 now. Our records,
amazing.
the records that I have from the organization, don't. It's hard to get the actual figure because the banking information from way back then
Yeah.
is no longer in existence.
Right.
Mm.
And so last year we donated $8,500 to Deborah.
Mm-hmm.
So the year before it was over $7,000 and et cetera, back.
So it's growing every year, it's a little bit more.
Yeah,
And
yeah,
I
it's
guess
been
as your
wonderful.
audiences are probably growing as well, right?
Yeah, well, we have trouble with our audiences. We also, because of our age, specifically, and because of the people that come out to see the type of music and songs that we do, it attracts a certain style or
Demographic,
age or
yeah.
demographic, yes, which are very loyal to us.
Well, that's good.
Okay, so you know what? Let's take a quick break, and we'll learn a little bit more about the actual performance.
Yeah, that'd be great. Let's talk
Right
about
after
the
this
production.
commercial.
Wait, don't let this happen to you. At Jan Fence, we're family owned and operated for over 50 years, providing a wide choice of fencing. Why wait online at the big box store? Just call Jan Fence. Ask about our Easy Fence to Go products by Active Yards, the first truly do-it-yourself fence product.
At Jan Fence, we always do what we say. Come see us today. Step into an extraordinary world that will excite your senses. Experience our delectable Mughlai cuisine and the magic of tandoori savoir-faire. Let our international award-winning team delight you with a taste of heaven. Enjoy our mouth-watering flavors and our unique flair for excellence.
Hi, we're back with Charles Freifelder, and he's from the Burlington Entertainers, and they're celebrating their 110th performance this year. They started in 1906, which is pretty amazing to be able to continue to perform every year, even during wartime and the Great Depression.
Yeah.
How does that happen? How does a group stay together that many years?
Well, you know, we have an awful lot of fun when we do the show. And the attraction is, I think, the camaraderie. You know, the people just come to the show. In fact, we have to send people that are ill home so that they don't
Contaminate everyone
contaminate
else?
the whole
Right.
chorus.
How many people are in your group?
We have right around 50 now.
And it's men and women mixed?
And it's men and women mixed. Originally, it was men. And it started in, can I repeat?
Yeah, absolutely.
They started in 1906 as the Presbyterian Ushers. From then it went into what was traditional at that time, minstrel style show.
Right.
And
they were traveling minstrels back then. Like, they would go from theater to theater, town to town, and stay for, what was it, a couple of weeks or a month, and they would actually sometimes live there and perform and then move on to the next town.
That's
sort
right.
of like the carnivals do now.
Yes, and then it just really concentrated on Burlington, and the show has been in the Burlington area for the just about the whole time.
Right.
And can I go into my family?
Yeah, well, let's take a quick commercial break here, and we'll come right back and talk about the family history of the Burlington Entertainers.
Shazam Restaurant. Indulge your taste buds.
For independent living for seniors age 62 and over, People Inc. offers safe, maintenance-free apartments across Western New York. The affordable rent is income-based. For more information, call People Inc. Senior Living at 817-9090.
Looking for a cooking oil with a light flavor and reduced absorption so food preserves its natural flavor? One with a high smoke point for stir-frying, sautéing, grilling, and baking? Then choose all-natural Pompeian 100% grapeseed oil, imported from France. Grapes have been a key ingredient of the healthy Mediterranean diet for years.
We're back. You're watching and listening to Morning Coffee. I'm Charlene Chamberlain. I'm here with my co-host Keith Reynolds, and we've been talking with Charles Freifelder. He is in charge of the Burlington Entertainers, who've been around for over 110 years, and he has a very interesting family history, which he was talking to us about a little bit earlier today. So fill us in.
Yeah, well, in 1928, they didn't have women in the show at that time, although they did have people that they invited to do little skits. And my father met my mother in 1928 in the show. She was a high school student, and of course he was in the show for a couple of years before that, and they met, and here I am now.
Wow. So, you know, as I mentioned to you during the break, your mom was probably carrying you, pregnant with you when she was singing. So it's totally part of your pre-birth and everything else. It's like you're really carrying on the legacy. And you mentioned that your dad was also the business manager for the organization?
Right. He was the business manager for years, and I inherited that job.
Wow. That's pretty amazing.
So now, how long have you been doing it in the school, this Burlington City? Because you did play at the Burlington City High School, correct?
Yes.
How long have you been doing it at this school?
This school we've been doing for a number of years. I mean, it has to go back in almost right after the school was built.
Yeah, because you probably were doing it at Wilbur Watts.
Right.
And Wilbur Watts
Yeah,
before that.
that's right.
Exactly.
My father's from Burlington, and they didn't have that high school. They had
Right.
Wilbur Watts.
Oh, I
so-
know.
Wow.
Yeah.
Okay.
So
Yeah, I graduated from Wilbur Watts High School.
they just said my father, my uncle. So
Wow.
very interesting. Well, Charles, tell the listeners or our audience out there where they can find all this information about the play and your organization?
Yeah, you can, I delivered posters to our Keegan Center, which is a community center in Burlington, and then they've distributed it in the town. And there's a poster in the city hall. In fact, they have pamphlets there. There's we have a banner that hangs across High Street that we put up every year. Burlington City puts it up, thank heavens. And that's up now, and you can go to the Emporium, which is a antique furniture.
That's on High Street, right?
On High Street.
Yeah, I know where that is.
And there are tickets there available there, and also at Phillips Furniture.
Okay, and can they call you as well? I think on here it says if they need information, they can contact you.
Yeah, they can contact me
And
personally
why don't
at
we
my
give
home.
why don't we give them that number?
Yeah,
if
my
you don't mind?
yeah, my telephone number is 609-386-8967.
That's great. And let's just touch on exactly what you are performing during this Broadway show. Is it just Broadway through the years?
Yeah, this is it is a conglomeration of Broadway songs.
Right.
You could go on forever with Broadway.
Oh my
but-
gosh, I noticed that you
Yeah.
have like 42nd Street.
Yeah, we start out with 42nd Street, and we sing, of course, Lullaby of Broadway.
Right.
And then we go into Showboat, and Why Do I Love You, Music Man, Till There Was You, and of course the 76 trombones.
Right, big
Everyone
song.
that's yeah, and we even do a little performing when we
Uh-oh.
do 76
Watch out.
trombones.
And then I noticed there's the Pajama Game, Grease, and a little more contemporary Hairspray was on your list.
Hairspray, Mamma Mia,
Mamma Mia.
Mamma
yeah,
Mia.
Yeah, Mamma Mia.
The
Yeah.
Winner Takes All. And we do a tribute to one of our members, past members, and then West Side Story.
If I Loved You.
Yeah, oh yeah, that's great.
Yeah.
And Something's Coming
Right.
Tonight, great song. And then Motel Town Medley,
Wow.
and that's really good. And we have some wonderful singers that sing that. That is terrific. And then Jersey Boys, which I sing it.
You mentioned that. So what song or what songs are you doing from Jersey Boys?
Yeah, I can't get my eyes off of you.
With that high soprano voice.
Oh, that's very, very difficult. And then My Fair Lady, I Could Have Danced All Night, Les Miserables, and we do I Can Hear the People, that's a great song.
Yeah, it is.
And then Man of La Mancha, and Chorus Line,
Of course.
Wow.
Why Did I Love, and What I Did for Love,
Right.
and then Applause, which is our...
Yeah, of course. So how long is the show? Is it about a 2-hour show?
That's exactly
Yeah,
what
that's
it
what
is.
it sounds like.
Yep.
It's a lot of great Broadway memories that you're sharing with everyone.
Absolutely.
Sounds like a great show.
And our music director, Diana Dorman, she's a concert pianist, and she was teaching music for years, and now she kind of dedicates her life to doing charitable work.
Nice.
And she takes the music that we receive for our show and then rewrites it so that we can sing it.
Right, so it matches your range.
Yeah.
Right.
And the ages in our group are from 15 years old up to 92 years
So
old.
it's multi-generational. That's really great.
Yeah, it's wonderful.
That's wonderful.
Well, tell the audience real quick where they can
Get tickets,
get
right.
tickets, and your information one more time.
Yeah, they can get tickets at the Emporium in Burlington, which is on High Street, and Phillips Furniture. And they can get information from City Hall, from the Keegan Center, and from me.
Okay.
Right.
Well, Charles, I want to thank you for coming in for morning coffee this morning, and